Buying a home can be a stressful experience. A mistake when buying a home could cost thousands of dollars and jeopardize being able to purchase the home. Let's talk about the most common home buying mistakes and how to avoid them. Not being pre-approved before looking at homes. Some buyers like to wait to get a pre-approval because they don't want to keep pulling their credit, which I completely get. The housing market can be pretty fast-paced, so by the time you get a pre-approval, the home you want to make an offer on may have already gotten an accepted contract. Pre-approval can take a few days depending on how quick you can get your documents into your lender and how long it takes to process everything. And I just want to go over real quick the difference between a pre-qualification and a pre-approval. A pre-qualification is an initial estimate. You're not required to provide documents yet, so some sellers won't accept a pre-qualification as it's not as reliable as a pre-approval. Using the pre-approval to determine how much you can afford. A pre-approval provides the maximum amount you can qualify for based on gross monthly income and a few other factors. Lenders focus on qualifying you for the highest loan amount without considering your budget. It's essential to calculate your net income, your expenses, and determine a reasonable monthly payment allocation before talking to a lender. Suggestions vary, but aim for a monthly payment that ranges from around 25 to 35% of your net income. Not having enough money saved up before shopping for homes. Prepare your down payment, closing cost, inspection and appraisal expenses, and any other expenses that may come up during the home buying process. Consider different down payment options like an FHA. It starts at 3.5%, or conventional, which is 3 to 20%. There's some variables there, but that's the general rule. And then there are some other loan programs that could be 0% down, like VA and USDA. Create two separate savings categories. Your house savings, which again is going to include the down payment, the closing costs, money to use during the purchasing process like inspection, appraisal, any other potential inspections or expenses, and then the other thing is emergency savings. So many things can come up during the home buying process. Having extra money is helpful. After you move into a home, a repair may come up, and it would be good to have savings already so you can fix whatever the issue is. Financial experts suggest an emergency fund that's about 3 to 6 months worth. This can be hard to do nowadays, but at least it's a goal to work toward. Not having a timeline or specific goals. Don't rely solely on the advice of realtors or family members. Determine your own goals and timelines for buying a home. You know your situation the best. Take charge of the process and be proactive in understanding the steps involved. I have a link in the description for a free home course. It's over 2 hours long and gives you a really good idea of all the things you can expect during the home buying process. Neglecting to thoroughly research and understand the housing market. Stay informed about market conditions, trends, and property values. Real estate is hyperlocal, so when you're researching, make sure you're focusing on areas that you're interested in purchasing from. So the housing market can vary quite differently from neighborhood to neighborhood. Research the neighborhood, amenities, and potential growth in the area. You want to consider factors like the school districts, even if you don't plan on utilizing the school district, proximity to work and community services, like do you want to be close to a hospital or a particular gym, whatever you got going on. Don't rush into buying a house without a thorough understanding of the market. It's obviously one of the biggest purchases you'll ever make. And if you're watching videos like this, you're already doing your research, so that's really awesome. Overlooking the importance of a comprehensive home inspection. Inspections uncover potential issues that can save you from expensive repairs later on. You want to be present during the inspection and ask questions to fully understand the condition of the property. You can use the inspection report to negotiate repairs or ask for a reduction in the sales price if necessary. Order additional inspections if needed. In my area, for the people that I work with, typically I recommend getting a sewer line or septic tank inspection, WDO, which is wood destroying organisms. That's common in this area. For you, it may not be as common. Radon, if that's a thing in your area. There's basically all kinds of inspections you can get. And they can get expensive, of course. So you can get an initial inspection, and if anything comes up from there, you can order more inspections to further investigate any issues. Just talk with your real estate agent and try to figure out what the best course of action and what are some suggestions of what inspections you should get for the home that you're interested in. Understanding the complexity of remodeling or making extensive changes to a house. Avoid getting caught up in like grand renovation plans and focus on the current condition of the home. It's easy to get swept up in the moment and think you'll be able to remodel yourself. Sometimes when I'm touring properties with clients, they're like pointing at things like, oh yeah, we'll just demo this, we'll put this here, put that there. And they've never done any of that kind of stuff before. So you want to make decisions based on the house's existing state rather than future remodeling ideas. Life happens and things come up, so you may not have the time or money that you once had to do all these renovations. Not thoroughly researching the neighborhood. Talk to neighbors to find out about the neighborhood. You might see someone out watering the lawn or walking a dog. Sometimes you can run into the neighborhood gossip and you learn all the tea, right? But be mindful that if they are the neighborhood gossip, they may not give you the most reliable information. Sometimes people will say all kinds of wild stuff that doesn't make any sense. So obviously, take the things that you learn with a grain of salt. Visit the neighborhood at different times of the day and week and the weekend to get a good feel for the area. Conduct a sex offender search, look at a crime map. Of course, not all crimes are reported, but it can give you a good idea of what the crime activity looks like in the neighborhood. Find comparable properties in the neighborhood to determine if the house is overpriced. This is something your real estate agent will probably do as well. It doesn't hurt to go on Zillow or Realtor.com, whatever website you like to go to. And just a warning here, sometimes those sites will suggest comparable properties that wouldn't really be used in a comparative market analysis. So just be mindful of that. Not considering multiple options when selecting a real estate agent. You don't want to settle for the first agent that you come across, like at an open house, for instance. You want to get recommendations from others, research reviews, go online if possible, check out social media. There's all kinds of places that you can go to, hire a real estate agent. I can also refer you to an agent in your area. The link is in the description to set up a call with me, and then I can help you on your real estate journey. Take your time to choose the agent who best aligns with your needs and goals. Does their schedule work for you? Maybe they don't work on Sundays, but that's the only day you can really look for properties. Do they have a communication style that aligns with yours? Basically, you're going to be hanging out with this person for a long time, so you just want to make sure that you guys get along and all that fun stuff. Only speaking with one lender. Understand the difference between a loan officer and a mortgage broker. A loan officer works with one bank typically, and then a mortgage broker works with multiple banks. Talk to both loan officers and brokers to explore different loan options. Once you're under contract, you usually have time to shop for lenders. Where I live, it's typically 5 days after having an active contract where you have to choose a lender and fill out the loan application. Of course, I would start speaking to multiple lenders before you're under contract, but once you're under contract, you can go to those lenders and get a very good estimate of what they can provide for that particular home, interest rates, monthly payment estimates, any down payment assistance programs you can qualify for, things like that. Check out this video about the timeline for buying a home or this home buyer playlist. My contact information is in the description if you have any real estate questions. Thanks for watching until the end, especially if you're a subscriber. I really appreciate it.